everyone. Yay for Friday. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm excited for the weekend and I'm sure you are too. But before you get to the weekend, we got to do our math today. And today we're going to be talking about using different strategies to multiply. We're going to be using a number line and pattern blocks or drawing pictures. And then you get to decide which way you like better, or you might want to use my little trick because you know I'm full of tricks for math, right? Okay, we're going to start today on page 382. 382. Okay, so turn to that page. All right, we're gonna do this one together at the top part, instead of the video today because we were having technical difficulties. So, we are using pattern blocks or patterns. And this young lady says a half century is a period of 50 years. A century is 100 years. A half century is 50 because 50 is half of 100. Find the number of years in 5 half centuries. You can use place value blocks or an open number line to multiply. So let's see what she did. So each group, one group has 50. So that's 50. So let's find out about our 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups, and our question is for 5 groups. So let's look at our number blocks first, our place value blocks rather. It says 1 times 50 is one group of 5 tens right there. And 5 10 sticks is 5, 10, 15, 20, or 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay? So then if we have 2 groups, we have 10 10 sticks, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. The next one is 3 groups, 5 more 10 sticks, which is how much more? 50. So we know that's 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. 4 groups is 5 more 10 sticks. So if I was at 150 here, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200. And then my 5th group would get us all the way to 250. Now here's what I want you to do. I want you to see if you can pull out the trick that I'm going to teach you in just a second. I want you to look at those numbers and what do you notice about all of those numbers? Do you see it? Let's look at our number line and then we'll see if you can figure it out. You can also use a number line. Now I know a number line isn't everyone's favorite. If you like a number line, cool. If you don't like it, that's fine too. I didn't invent the number line, so it's not going to hurt my feelings. But it's also skip counting. Okay? So we go from, because half century is 50. So we go 1 jump is 50, 2 jumps is 100, 3 jumps is 150 because we add 50 to each jump. 4 jumps is another 50, so we're at 200. And 5 jumps, we're at 250. We made 5 jumps because it was 50 times 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And each jump was worth 50, so we ended up at 250 again. All right. Did you figure out the pattern? Let's see here. Can you figure out that pattern? Right here, we just add our 0, okay? 5 times 5 is 25. Add our 0 because at 50 ends in a 0. 4 times 5 is 20. Add a 0 because the 50 ends in a 0. 3 times 5 is 15. Add a 0 because 50 ends in a 0. 2 times 5 is 10. Add your 0. And 1 times 5 is 5. And add your 0. Do you see that pattern? It's just like over here. The numbers in red are the factors. And then the answer, the product, is also in red over here. then because 50 ends in a 0, we just add a 0 to it. So when you multiply anything with a friendly number, and I call a friendly number a number that ends in a 0 because I can put a little smiley face in it. If anything ends in a 0, you just add a 0 to the answer, and then you don't have to worry about all the patterns and stuff. That's one strategy, okay? So let's look at our next page. And we're gonna look at number 3 and 4 and see what we can do. The directions say draw or use place value blocks to show 3 times 60, then find the product. So let's just draw it. We've got 3 times 60, 3 groups of 60, right? So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. There's one group. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. There's 2 groups. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. There's 3 groups. So if this is 60 plus 60 plus 60, then we have our answer. You could count all the 10 sticks if you wanted to, or you could add these up. 60 plus 60 plus 60. 0. 6 plus 6 is 12, and 12 plus 6 is 18. So 3 times 60 is 18. Now you can do it that way, or you can do my little trick. It's a friendly number. So I say 3 times 6, and 3 times 6, my times 3's tricks are double the other number. 6 plus 6 is 12, and then add it again. 12 plus 6 is 18. So 3 times 6 is 18. Add a 0, you get 180. 2 ways to do it. This one says use a number line. So we have 4 times 60. That means 4 groups of 60. So how many jumps are we going to make? 4 jumps. And what's going to be in each jump? 60, exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 60 plus 60 plus 60 plus 60. And 60 plus 60, I know 6 plus 6 is 12, add my 0. 6 plus 6 is 12, add my 0. And then I just add those 2 up, and I get 240. Okay? So that's the number line way. Try my trick. 4 times 6, add a 0. So my 4's trick is a double-double, remember? 6 doubled is 12, and 12 doubled is 24. Add my 0 from the 60, and I still get 240. So you have 3 different ways to multiply using patterns with a friendly number, a 0 number. Let's do 2 more together with the number line and the place value blocks, and then you can finish the page by choosing your own strategy. If you like my strategy, or if you like the number line or the blocks, that's fine. Just got to make sure you get it checked so you get the right answer. Okay, 3 times, I know it says independent, but we're still going to do 2 more together. 3 times 70, 3 groups of 70. How many jumps? 3 jumps, 3 groups, and what's in each jump? 70, yes. 1, 2, 3. 70 plus 70 plus 70. Okay, so then I add those up. 70 plus 70 is 140, and then I have to add my 70 there. All right. 0, 0, 0, 4 plus 7, or I say 7 plus 4 because I start at the big number, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Regroup. 210. Correct. If you want to use my little shortcut, we have 3 times 7. So my times threes trick, it's doubles, and then you add it again. So I double 7, which is 14. And then I add 7 again for the third time, because it's not times 2, it's times 3. So I got to have 7 3 times. So 14 plus 7 is 21, and I add my 0 at the end. If you don't add your 0, that's the part about this trick, is if you have to remember to add your 0. If you don't, you'll get the answer 21, and it's not even close to 21. It's 210. So that friendly number, you got to remember to add your 0 if you're going to use my trick. All right? Then we have the place value blocks. 8 times 20, 8 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. And there's 2 10 sticks in each group, so that's 20. Okay? So then you can count your 10 sticks. You can separate them you can count them by 2s if you want. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and then add your 0. Okay? There's lots of different ways. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I had 160. See how I divided that in after 100? I did that because sometimes when you start counting in the hundreds by patterns and tens, your tongue gets all messed up like mine does sometimes, and you lose track of where you are. So I drew my line so I know that's 100, and then I just started over again with 10. And then I can easily add 100 plus 60. Okay, now I drew over that, so let's use my trick. 8 times 2, well, we know anything times 2 is a double, so 8 doubled is 16. And don't forget to add your 0 because it's 20. It's not really 8 times 2, it's 8 times 20. So you have to make sure you add your 0. Okay? So I just gave you 3 strategies for patterns, and you can pick which one works. You are going to finish the bottom. It's 4 questions here. You can draw it out, you can do a number line, or you can use my strategy. Make sure you get it checked. Okay? Turn over to the back. And you are going to complete circle number 11. We're going to X 12, 13, and 14. Whoops. Sorry. Okay, so you're going to do 11, not 12 or 13 or 14. Then you're going to do 15, 16, and 17. Okay? So it's also on the assignment board if you didn't get it down. So yes, number 11. No, 12, 13, 14. Yes, 15, 16, 17. All right? So you've got your 3 strategies from your toolbox to use. Make sure you get all your problems checked, and have a great weekend. Bye.